So things are looking beautiful, 100% responsive for all the screen sizes. This is the about section, so images we have. This is the founder sections. This is the facts about this NFT marketplace. Now let's come here, and now we can go into everyone, hope all of you are doing great, and welcome back to this full stack NFT marketplace project video. So in the last video we had built our login page and signage page. You can see this looks beautiful. Okay, so this is what we have built. Let's click on this, and this is the sign up page we have built. In this video we're going to build the about us page. So here we are back into the code editor. Make sure you open the project and you know the drill what we have to do. So let's create a page for it. So we'll call it about us, and simply type RAFCE. Let's zoom a bit and come here, and we have to create the CSS file for this. So about us.modules.css. So that's the general setups we are doing here. And now we're not going to create any extra folder for this page, okay, because we have to write a little bit code in this. Okay, so we're going to write all in this about us page. So let's start working on it. First thing we have to do is to import couple of things. So first we need the images. Let's do the internal import. We need our CSS file, and that's coming from the style folder. Okay, so that's the CSS file. We need to import the component, and that's coming from component index. So these are the import, and then we have to import the images. Okay, and that's coming from the image folder. So let's remove this. So these are the external and internal import we have. Let's come down and let's start working on the JSX. So we'll take a div. It will have a class called about us, and inside that we'll have another div. It will have a class called about dash box. In that we'll have another div. This will call about dash box hero. In that we're going to take this. Let's say we'll take another div. It will have the about box hero left, and we have to take h1. Let's come back to the original application, and we have to copy this and simply paste here. We have to take this paragraph and paste here. Okay, so this is the left section. We have to come down, and we're going to take a, let's say, another div. It will have a class called about box hero dash right. Okay, in that we're going to have the image. So we'll have this image tag, and we have the images inside this image. Okay, and we will call hero 2. Okay, so there is two images, one hero which is we are using in the home page, and this is hero 2 which we are using in about us page. Okay, here we're going to take another div. It will have a class called style about box, and this will call title. Here we're going to take that, let's heading 2, and we have to copy this and simply come and paste here. We have to take a paragraph and copy and paste here. So that's the heading component we have here. Now let's simply close this one and close this one, come down, and this is going to be the third component. Okay, so we'll take a div. It will have a class called box about us box dash founders, and that will have another div. It will have a class called about us box founder dash box. In that we going to take a demo data. Okay, so altogether we want to display 4 founders. So we can do it in a hardcode value, but we're going to use the array because I believe that this data is going to be dynamic in future. So that's why we are taking this approach. So we're going to take an array, and we'll call it founder array, and this will call in this array we're going to take an object. Okay, so the object would be like, first is going to be the name of the founder. So let's come and copy and simply paste here. Then we want to type the positions, that what position they hold. So simply copy here and paste here, and let's take the simply replicate this 4 times because we are displaying 4 founders, and just simply replace their name and the position. So these are the 4 arrays we have. And I remember that we have to add the image as well. So let's do that as well. So let's take the images, and inside that image we have an image called founder 1. Okay, so I believe that I don't have the images. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to get into my folder, and from there I can simply get the images. So the images we have inside this, go to this image folder and founders images. So make it side by side and simply open the image folder. and simply select all the founder image, so and drag it and leave it here. Come back to the index, and here we're going to import the images. So let's do it. We'll call it founder1, and that's coming from founder1 png, and simply replicate it 4 times. We'll change it to 3 4, and let's 4 3 2, and simply copy that and paste here. Okay, my bad. Copy and simply paste, copy and simply paste here, and replicate it 4 times and change this to 3 4. Okay, so these are the image we are importing, exporting. Now let's come here, and here we're going to use the images. So let's use the founder1. Simply copy this portion and do the same thing to others. Okay, simply copy and paste and change the just the value founder3, and this will become founder4. So these are the data we have about the founders, and now we can copy that and we're going to loop over it. Okay, so this is the founder box we have. In that, we're going to take this dynamic block. We will say founder array map element I. It's going to be an instant return, and that we're going to take a div. Okay, and it will have a class called about us founder box founder, and we'll call it, let's say, box dash image. In that, we're going to have the image of the founder. So we have the data inside this image. Okay, so that's the data we are getting from here. Okay, now we have to assign a couple of properties. So alt tag is going to be the name of the founder, width is going to be, let's say, something like 500, and height is also going to be 500, and we want to assign a class to this. So about box founder box image. It's pretty huge name. Okay, image. Okay, so that's the class we are assigning to the image. Now let's come down. We're going to take this h3, and we're going to display the name of the founder. So element name, and we have to display the position. So element dot position. So that's the data we are rendering. So it's working fine. Now we can come down and simply copy this one, because the title is going to be the same for first one and second one. Okay, so I'm just simply copying and pasting this one. Okay, so here we have the title. Okay, simply copy that and paste here. Copy this portion and simply replicate, change this. Okay, so this is the title, and simply close this one. So altogether we have 4 divs, and this is going to be the final one. We're going to take another div, and we'll have a class called style about box, and this time we're going to call facts. And then we're going to have another div, we'll have a class called about box facts that box, and that we're going to have this dynamic block, because again we want to loop over it. Okay, so let's come up here, and we're going to take the array. So this time we'll call it, let's say, fact array, and this will contain the object, and the, let's say, title is going to be let's give it 10 million. This is what we have in the demo, okay, in the template, and we're going to add this info, and for this we're going to simply copy and paste. So let's come here, copy this portion and simply paste here. Okay, simply replicate this 2 times, and now we have to change this data quickly. So this becomes like big number. Just copy this one and simply replicate this. Come back, copy this and simply change this one. Copy the text and simply change this one. So this is the fact array. Simply copy that, and let's come here, and we're going to simply loop over it. Okay, map element I. It's gonna be an instant return, and in that we're going to have a div. In this we'll have a div, and it will have a class called style box facts box, and this time we'll call it, let's say, info. It will have the h3 tag, and it will display the element dot title, and down below we're going to have a paragraph, and this will call info. Okay, so that's the data we have. Let's come down, and here we're going to display the brand. So that's the entire JSX part for this about us page. As you can see, it's pretty small code. Okay, so we are done with the JSX part, and just reload the browser, and actually we are getting an error. It says that cannot read properties of undefined left. Okay, I have provided this dot, so simply reload the browser. Okay, this is the problem we have. Let's come back to the code, and here we have to simply remove the dot and provide a space. So now if we come and reload the page, and here you can see we have the about us, we have the paragraph image, and all the founders we have, and all the facts data we have. So everything is working fine. Now we can start working on the styling part. Okay, so let's make side by side so you guys can see what we are working on exactly. Okay, so things are looking so far so good. Okay, So simply copy this class and close this one and come back to, simply close this folder image, close this one and go back to the images one, sorry, style file, and now we can start styling this. Okay, so we're going to target that about us and we'll say first thing, width is going to be, let's say 100%, margin block is going to be 5 RAM, about us box is going to be, width is going to be 80%, margin 0 auto will come down, we'll take about us box hero section, and display is going to be grid template column 1.5 FR and 2 FR, align item center, gap is going to be 3 RAM. Okay, that's about us box hero left, and h1 we're going to target that and we'll say font size is going to be, let's say 3 RAM, line height is going to be 0.5, and let's add this media query. So we'll say and max width is going to be 35 em. We'll say about us box hero grid template column 1 FR, so that's how it will look, pretty good. Now let's come down here, we're going to target that box hero left and we'll say P, and this will become font size is going to be 1.5 RAM, line height is going to be, let's say 1.5 RAM, and we're going to target the about us box title, and this will become margin top is going to be 5 RAM, so we'll have some space from the top. Okay, let's come down, we'll target the about box title 2, and this time we'll say that font size is going to be 3 RAM, line height is going to be 1, we'll target the about box title P, we'll say font size is going to be 1.5 RAM, and line height is going to be 1.2, width is going to be 40%, so that's how it will look. Simply copy this one and come back to the media query, and this time say width is going to be 100%, so that looks pretty good. And let's come here and we're going to target about box founder, and this will become margin top is going to be 5 RAM, margin bottom is going to be 10 RAM, and founder box where we're going to say that display is going to be grid template column 4 1 FR. Okay, so it will come in 4. Okay, gap is going to be 2, and simply copy that and come back to the media query, and here we're going to say grid template column 1 FR for the mobile device. So that looks pretty good. So far so good. And here we're going to target that box founder image, and we'll say border background color is going to be our icon color, and we'll have a color itself is going to be our main color. Okay, we're going to have the padding is 1 RAM, and we'll take this border radius is going to be 1 RAM. So that looks good. You can see nice background we have. Target the image and we'll say that border radius is going to be 1 RAM. So let's come down, we're going to target that founder box image h3, line height is going to be 0, font size is going to be 2 RAM. We'll target the founder box image P and we'll say line height is going to be 0, font size is going to be 1.2 RAM. So that looks pretty cool. It's working fine. You can see things are looking really good. And now we can come down and we're going to target that box, about us box, and this will say facts box, and display is going to be grid template column, repeat 3 1 FR, and we'll take the gap of 2 RAM. We'll take the margin top is going to be 4 RAM. We'll come down, we're gonna target the box fact box info. It will have the background color to this icon color. We'll have the padding to 1 RAM and 3 RAM. We'll have the border radius to 1 RAM, and color is still going to be our main color for the text. Okay, that looks pretty cool. We'll come down, we're going to target the fact box info h3, and this time we're going to increase the font size to, let's say 4 RAM, and line height is going to be 0, so that looks pretty huge. Now we can come down in the media query, we can say that auto box width is going to be 90%. We'll come down, we're going to target the box founder and we'll say margin top is going to be 5 RAM, and let's come down, we're going to target the founder box and grid template column 1 FR, and gap is going to be 4 RAM. Come down, we'll target the let's come here and we're going to target the about box fact box, and this will become grid display and grid template column 1 FR, and gap is going to be 2 RAM, and margin top is going to be 4 RAM. So if we save, that's look pretty cool. You can see it's looking really good. And now we have to just simply decrease the font size. Okay, so simply copy this and let's come here, and we're gonna say that H3 font size is going to be on a mobile device is, let's say, 2 RAM. So that looks really good on a mobile phone. So everything's looking fine. Let's come here and let's have a look. So this is how it will look. Let's increase the size, and we have to add a second breakpoint. So here is the problem we have. So we have to fix this. This is how it will look on a desktop. Pretty good. No issues we have in our desktop device. And let's come here. What we can do, simply come here and let's write the second media query. So this will become, let's say, min width is going to be, let's make it and. So it will start from 445 pixels and it will go all the way to, let's say, max width is going to be let's say 768 pixels. And simply open the previous media query, simply copy the entire one. Okay, copy this and simply paste here and save it. And here you can see it looks beautiful. The only change we have to do is the here in the founder section, so make it 1 FR. Okay, and that's how it will look on a tablets on a bigger screen. So it looks pretty good. Everything is looking beautiful. So things are looking beautiful, 100% responsive for all the screen sizes. This is the about section, so images we have. This is the founder sections. This is the facts about this NFT marketplace. Now let's come here and now we can going to upload this code to GitHub. Okay, so let's do that. Simply close all the open file and let's come here, delete this git folder and open up your terminal. Okay, open up your terminal, stop the application from running, and you guys know what we have to do. Okay, so I'll go a little faster. Let's come here. We have to go to GitHub and create a new repo. So this time I'll call it NFT marketplace about us. Hit enter, and we have to simply copy and initialize this command. So do it one by one. Come back, copy this, and the final one we have to push. So if you're new to my channel, hit that like and subscribe. That will motivate me a lot. And if you haven't saved the playlist, make sure you do that, because all the updates about this project I'm going to do in this playlist or in this article. So make sure you will keep yourself update about the project which we are building. Okay, so why it's taking a little bit time, just give me a moment, it will complete. So finally we have uploaded the code to GitHub. Now let's come back to GitHub and reload the browser, and here you can see, go to the in the pages, and this is the code we have written in the about us page. Okay, so you can see all the code. So with this we are done with this entire about us page. I hope you guys have found this valuable and you are coding along with me. So if you haven't saved the playlist, make sure you do that. And if you are watching this video for the very first time, make sure you watch the complete playlist. Otherwise, whatever we are doing so far, that will sense an alien to you. Okay, so if you want to have a relevancy and you want to build this entire project step by step, so make sure you save the playlist. And if you really like my work, give the thumbs up and give your comment, and do give your feedback. Okay, that would really help me. So with that said, I'm ending this video. In the next video we're going to build the final page, and after that we're going to start working with the smart contract. Okay, so in the next video we're going to build a subscription page. Okay, so let's move to that.